What would it mean for Texas to win this game? Just grand scheme. How big would this be?
It's the first top 10 road game for Texas, other than Texas OU, with two top 10 road opponents since 2008, when
Wow.
Texas went to Texas Tech. Texas hasn't traveled to Tuscaloosa in more than 100 years, by the way. So take those two stats out of it, and I would say that this is okay, we're here, not a we're back kind of statement game for Texas. We are competitive and we can get things done. It is a statement in the state of Texas that Texas and Texas A&M can compete with Alabama's and whoever of the world. I really believe, Andy, from my standpoint and looking at the whole of the program, it would be the marquee win of Steve Sarkisian's coaching career.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing at Washington or USC that would compare to that either.
No, that's what I'm saying. And so he's got he needs a big win too, not just the University of Texas, and because he's really struck a chord in the state of Texas with recruits and even nationwide. This would be, him playing the fiddle. He'd have a real chance in recruiting with a win like this. And so from a Texas program perspective, where they've added talent, et cetera, it could be absolutely enormous.
We'll be right back with more from Bobby Burton talking Texas, Alabama. But first, I want to tell you about Rhoback. When you see this little dog, that's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. When you see that on an item of clothing, just know the person wearing that item of clothing is more comfortable than you. They're probably more confident than you because they're feeling elite, because they're wearing Rhoback. I've had Rhoback performance hoodies before. I had some first generation Rhoback performance hoodies. I just got this navy one. I got to tell you, I don't know how they did it. It's somehow softer and more comfortable than the hoodies I had before, which I thought were the most comfortable hoodies in the world, which pretty much immediately got stolen by members of my family. This one, they're not touching it. They're not allowed, because there is not a garment on earth that is more comfortable than this. This is going to be my new go-to. You're going to see me a lot in this. You're going to say, Andy, you're wearing the navy hoodie again. You're right, because it feels amazing. And this is not one of those hoodies that you're bundling up with. You can wear this in any climate. I live in Florida. It's 1,000 degrees. But this is the type of thing I'm going to wear fishing. So there is a lot to look for at Rhoback. You got your hoodies, your Q-zips, your polos, your everyday shorts, your joggers. All of it designed for maximum comfort, maximum versatility. And right now, use that code STAPLES, 20% off your first order. So if you want to be more comfortable and more confident than everyone else you see, go to Rhoback.com. Performance hoodies, polos, Q-zips, you name it. Promo code STAPLES, 20% off your first order. And me, I'm going to sit here and luxuriate in this glorious hoodie for a little bit longer. One thing I would like to have you explain this, because I've been trying to explain it, but I'm not deep enough inside Texas to really get the point across, I think. How different is this Texas team personnel-wise from what we've seen for the past 14 years, 12, 13 years? How different are they from a standpoint of people on the roster that NFL teams want to draft, who can hang with elite talent elsewhere?
It's a great question. There's a couple points. One, Andy, is they have 8 to 10 guys that are going to get NFL draft grades this coming season. So they'll have a big group. The real issue for Texas is that not only do they have that top end group, they've had 2 consecutive recruiting classes that they are panning out. Like sometimes recruiting classes fall apart, and a highly ranked class looks average at best. This one's not. The last 2 are not doing that. They played, I think, 12 true freshmen on Saturday. They started one at running back, Anthony Hill at linebacker, Derek Williams at safety. They've got some guys. And so I look at it, and the difference right now is depth, 1 through 85. They are probably good talent 1 through 60 right now. And that's the difference between a team that, falls that doesn't have Steve Sarkisian says it this way. I'll rephrase it. He goes, look, our difference between our ones and our twos is much closer than when I got here. So if somebody goes out, there's not this massive drop, okay, in expectations or performance. And that's the difference between Texas then and now. All of this, though, a lot of it, I think, this weekend is going to come back to quarterback play and where Quinn Ewers is in that phase and where Jalen Milroe is, conversely, in his phase.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.